Good evening, everyone. Let's get real for a moment. Who here has ever been paralyzed by fear? It doesn't matter if it's the fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of judgment, or fear of the unknown. We all face it. Fear doesn't discriminate, and it doesn't play fair. It creeps in when you least expect it, and suddenly you're stuck. But here's the truth. Fear is not the enemy. Fear is the signal. It's a reminder that you're standing on the edge of something incredible. Fear is the doorway to your greatest breakthrough, and today we're going to talk about how to walk through that door. Let me ask you this. What would you do if fear didn't exist? What could you accomplish if fear didn't hold you back? I want you to really think about that. The truth is, fear is only powerful if we let it control us. But here's the game changer. Courage isn't about not being afraid. It's about acting despite the fear. It's about pushing forward with determination and faith that what's waiting on the other side is worth the discomfort. You see, fear is nothing more than a mindset. It's a pattern of thinking that's been conditioned by our past experiences and negative beliefs. But guess what? You have the power to rewire that. The same way a computer can be reprogrammed, so can your mind. You are not your fear. Your fear doesn't define you, and it certainly doesn't dictate your future unless you allow it to. Fear is a universal emotion, one that every single person on this planet experiences at some point in their life. Regardless of age, culture, background, or circumstances, fear touches us all. It's an innate part of being human, deeply embedded in our biology and psychology. It's the natural response of our body when faced with perceived danger or uncertainty, and it can manifest in many forms, from the fear of physical harm to the fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown. One of the fascinating aspects of fear is that it doesn't discriminate. Whether you're a child standing up in front of a classroom for the first time or an adult about to make a life-changing decision, fear is present. It doesn't care about your past achievements or failures. It doesn't care about your strength or resilience. It shows up when you're about to step out of your comfort zone, to venture into unfamiliar territory, and to do something that challenges the limits of your existing knowledge and capabilities. In a way, fear is a sign that you are pushing yourself, and growth is often found just beyond the walls of fear. But fear in itself is neither good nor bad. It's simply a natural response designed to protect us. The primal instinct behind fear dates back to our earliest ancestors, where fear acted as a survival mechanism. When faced with potential threats like a wild animal or an environmental danger, fear prompted quick, instinctive action to either fight or flee. It kept our ancestors safe, ensuring their survival. In modern times, however, we may not face the same physical threats, but fear still plays a critical role. The challenges and fears we face today may not involve physical harm, but they are often related to the emotional and psychological challenges we experience. Fear of failing, fear of judgment, or fear of stepping into the unknown. What makes fear so universal is that it's not tied to any one specific situation or experience. It's something that can arise from any aspect of life. It doesn't matter if you're facing a major career change, speaking in public, or simply making a tough decision about your personal life. Fear can make its presence known in all of these moments. And what's more, it often feels irrational. A simple, everyday event can trigger the same physical and emotional response as a life-threatening situation. Our minds can exaggerate situations, focusing on the worst-case scenarios and letting our imagination spiral out of control. Yet, despite the emotional turmoil fear can cause, it remains universal because it's an integral part of the human experience. Interestingly, though fear is universal, it manifests differently in each person. Some people are paralyzed by it, unable to move forward, while others are able to confront and even thrive in its presence. The difference often lies in how we perceive and respond to fear. For some, fear becomes a barrier, a wall that prevents them from acting. For others, fear is a motivator, a signal to take action and push through discomfort. But at the end of the day, fear is something we all experience, and understanding how to manage and use it is one of the keys to personal growth. It's not about eliminating fear, but rather about learning how to walk alongside it, to acknowledge it, and to not let it control our lives. Fear will always be there, but it doesn't have to hold us back. The way we choose to react to it will determine whether it holds power over us or if we use it as a tool to drive us forward. Fear and courage are often seen as opposites, yet they are intricately linked. Fear is the emotion that grips us when faced with the unknown or when we perceive a threat to our well-being, while courage is the strength to face those fears and act in spite of them. The key distinction between the two is not the absence of fear, but the ability to take action despite it. Courage does not exist without fear. In fact, it is born from the very presence of fear. It is a decision to move forward, to push through the discomfort, and to not let fear dictate the course of our actions. Fear often arises from a place of vulnerability, uncertainty, or past experiences that have conditioned us to expect failure or harm. It's a natural, protective response designed to keep us safe from danger. When we feel fear, it triggers a cascade of physical reactions in our bodies. Our heart rate increases, we may sweat, and our muscles tighten as if preparing for a fight or flight response. These reactions are automatic and involuntary, a reflection of our primal instincts. However, in today's world, fear is not always related to physical danger. Instead, it often manifests in emotional or psychological forms: fear of rejection, fear of failure, or fear of judgment. This type of fear can be paralyzing, causing us to hesitate, second-guess ourselves, and avoid taking risks that could lead to growth or opportunity. Courage, on the other hand, is the willingness to step into the unknown, even when fear is present. It is the ability to acknowledge fear without being controlled by it. Courage does not require the absence of fear. It simply requires the decision to move forward despite it. It is about choosing to act in alignment with our values, goals, and desires, even when the path ahead seems uncertain or daunting. Courage can manifest in small, everyday actions, like speaking up for yourself in a difficult conversation, or it can be seen in larger, more significant moments, such as making a life-changing decision or standing up for what you believe in, even when it feels risky or uncomfortable. In many ways, fear and courage are two sides of the same coin. Fear shows us where we may have room to grow, where we are being stretched, or where we are about to take on something that challenges us. Courage is what allows us to take that first step, to face our fears head on and to act in spite of the discomfort. Without fear, there would be no need for courage. It's the fear of the unknown that pushes us to be brave, to face challenges that we otherwise might avoid. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in its presence. When we embrace this idea, we begin to understand that fear is not something to be eradicated or avoided, but something to be accepted and worked with. It's a signal that we are on the edge of something new, something that may require us to tap into our inner strength and resilience. Courage, then, is not a trait reserved for the fearless, but for those who are willing to take risks, to step outside of their comfort zones, and to trust themselves even when fear is present. It is the choice to move forward despite the voice inside that tells us to turn back. In this way, fear and courage are not opposites, but partners in the journey of personal growth and transformation. Reprogramming your mindset is one of the most powerful tools you can use to transform your life. Our minds are shaped by experiences, beliefs, and patterns that we've learned over time. These mental habits, formed from childhood, past successes, or even failures, dictate how we perceive the world and how we respond to challenges. But what if we could change the way we think? What if we could rewire our minds to see possibilities instead of obstacles, to believe in our potential rather than our limitations? Reprogramming your mindset isn't about ignoring reality or pretending that challenges don't exist. It's about shifting the lens through which you view yourself and the world, so you can approach life with more clarity, confidence, and a sense of purpose. The first step in reprogramming your mindset is to become aware of the thoughts and beliefs that are holding you back. Many of these are subconscious. Ideas like, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of success, or I'll never be able to change. These negative beliefs can stem from past experiences, especially those where we faced failure, rejection, or criticism. Over time, they become ingrained in our thinking, often without us even realizing it. But once we become aware of these limiting beliefs, we can start to challenge them. The key is to recognize that these beliefs are not facts. They are simply patterns of thought that we've learned and accepted. And just as we learn them, we can unlearn them. Reprogramming your mindset involves replacing negative or limiting thoughts with more empowering and constructive ones. This process begins with positive affirmations. Simple yet powerful statements that affirm your worth, capabilities, and potential. By repeating affirmations daily, you begin to rewire your brain to focus on what's possible rather than what's impossible. Instead of telling yourself, I can't do this, try saying, I am capable of overcoming challenge. Over time, these affirmations can replace self-doubt with self-confidence and help you to start seeing opportunities where you once saw barriers. Another crucial element of mindset reprogramming is visualization. Our minds can't always distinguish between something vividly imagined and something we experience in reality. When you visualize yourself succeeding, whether it's landing a new job, completing a major project, or achieving a personal goal, your brain begins to internalize this success. You start to believe that it's not just possible, but probable. Visualization helps you to create a mental image of the life you want, and this can serve as a powerful motivator to take the necessary actions to make that vision a reality. The way we speak to ourselves plays an essential role in shaping our mindset. The language we use internally and externally influences how we perceive ourselves and our abilities. Instead of focusing on the negative, like, I'll never be able to do this, reframe your thoughts by using more positive, forward-thinking language. For example, I'm learning and growing with every step I take, or each challenge is an opportunity for me to improve. This shift in language is a direct reflection of a mindset that is open to growth, progress, and the belief that success is a journey, not a destination. Cultivating a growth mindset, believing that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning, is crucial. Instead of seeing failure as an endpoint, you begin to see it as part of the process of growth. Challenges become opportunities to learn, not obstacles to avoid. This shift in perspective encourages resilience, persistence, and a willingness to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the path may seem. Reprogramming your mindset is not an overnight process. It requires consistent effort, practice, and patience. But by changing the way you think, you unlock a new level of potential. The more you focus on positive beliefs, take action toward your goals, and embrace a mindset of growth, the more you begin to create the life you've always desired. Mindset is not just about changing thoughts. It's about changing the way you experience the world, and in doing so, transforming your reality. Taking massive action is one of the most powerful ways to break free from fear, inertia, and self-doubt. It's easy to get caught in the cycle of overthinking, planning, and waiting for the perfect moment to act. But the truth is, that moment rarely comes. Perfection is an illusion, and waiting for everything to align perfectly often results in missed opportunities and stagnation. The key to success, growth, and achievement lies in your ability to take massive action. Action that is bold, decisive, and relentless, regardless of whether you feel fully prepared or confident. It's about moving forward with purpose, even when uncertainty looms ahead. Massive action means committing to the process and giving your all, regardless of how many obstacles or challenges stand in your way. It's not about doing things halfway or taking small, safe steps. It's about pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone, doing more than what feels easy or comfortable, and going after your goals with unwavering intensity. This kind of action often requires a shift in mindset, away from the idea that you need everything to be perfect or that you need to have all the answers before you begin. Instead, you learn to trust that by taking action, you will gain clarity and momentum. With each step you take, you will learn and grow, making adjustments along the way as new information presents itself. The beauty of taking massive action is that it accelerates progress. When you sit idle, waiting for the right conditions or the perfect plan, you're not moving forward. You're stuck in a loop of hesitation and fear. However, when you take bold, immediate action, you break the cycle of inaction. Even if you don't have all the details worked out, taking a step forward generates momentum, helping you build confidence and revealing new opportunities you wouldn't have seen if you stayed passive. It's like driving a car. When you're parked, you can't steer. But once you're moving, you have the ability to make adjustments, navigate obstacles, and chart a new course. Massive action also requires you to embrace failure as part of the journey. Too often, people hold back from taking big action because they fear failure or rejection. But the reality is that failure isn't something to avoid, it's something to learn from. Every time you take action and encounter a setback, you gain valuable insights that will serve you in future endeavors. Rather than seeing failure as a reflection of your inadequacy, view it as feedback. Feedback that informs your next move and strengthens your resilience. The more you act, the more you learn, and the more you refine your approach until you are ultimately on the path to success. Consistency is another key element of massive action. It's not enough to take one big step and expect everything to fall into place. Success comes from a series of consistent, focused actions that build on each other over time. Even when you face challenges or the results don't come immediately, it's important to stay committed and keep pushing forward. With every effort, you move closer to your goal, and with each repetition, your skill, confidence, and understanding grow. Taking massive action is about not giving up, even when it gets tough. It's about showing up every day and doing the work, regardless of how difficult or uncomfortable it may seem. Massive action is what turns dreams into reality. It's not enough to just have big ideas or set lofty goals. Without action, those ideas will remain just that, ideas. Taking massive action is the catalyst that transforms intention into achievement. It propels you forward, it fuels your drive, and it creates the momentum necessary to turn your vision into something tangible. The more you act, the more opportunities you create for yourself, and the closer you get to realizing your true potential. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools in achieving success, yet it is often underestimated or misunderstood. At its core, visualization is the act of creating vivid mental images of your desired outcomes. It involves imagining yourself succeeding, reaching your goals, and living the life you've always dreamed of. When you visualize success, you are not just daydreaming. You are actively training your brain to believe in what is possible, rewiring your mindset to focus on opportunities, and aligning your thoughts with your deepest desires. This mental rehearsal, when done consistently and with intention, can profoundly impact your actions, your beliefs, and ultimately your results. One of the most remarkable aspects of visualization is that the brain doesn't always differentiate between something vividly imagined and something actually experienced. When you visualize a success scenario, whether it's achieving a goal, performing at your best, or receiving recognition for your work, the neural pathways in your brain light up as if you're experiencing the event in real time. Your brain doesn't know the difference between real-life action and mental rehearsal, so by repeatedly visualizing yourself succeeding, you build confidence, reinforce positive beliefs, and prepare yourself for success. This process primes your subconscious mind to look for ways to make that vision a reality. The power of visualization goes beyond mere motivation. It helps create a mental blueprint for success. When you envision yourself achieving a goal, you start to see the specific steps you need to take to get there. You start to map out the journey in your mind, identifying potential challenges, solutions, and opportunities that may arise along the way. By visualizing success in detail, you not only strengthen your desire to achieve it, but also begin to anticipate the actions required to make it happen. This mental preparation can enhance your focus, helping you remain committed and determined when faced with obstacles or moments of doubt. Visualization fosters a sense of ownership and belief in your goals. When you imagine yourself already living the life you want or achieving the success you desire, you begin to internalize it as possible and attainable. You create a clear image of yourself as a person who is capable, confident, and deserving of success. This shift in self-improvement is crucial because what you believe about yourself directly influences the actions you take. If you visualize yourself as a successful entrepreneur, for example, you'll begin to embody the mindset, behaviors, and actions of an entrepreneur. Visualization helps you align your thoughts and behaviors with the person you need to become in order to succeed. Visualization also acts as a powerful motivator. It taps into the emotional connection you have with your goals, making them feel more tangible and real. The more emotionally connected you are to your vision, the stronger your desire to take action toward it. When you vividly imagine the feelings of success, whether it's the pride of accomplishing a goal, the joy of financial freedom, or the fulfillment of living your passion, it ignites a fire within you. This emotional energy fuels your drive, even on days when you might feel exhausted or discouraged. By regularly visualizing your success, you create a mental reservoir of motivation that you can tap into when the going gets tough. Another benefit of visualization is that it helps reduce anxiety and fear. When you mentally rehearse a scenario and see yourself overcoming challenges or handling setbacks, you prepare yourself to face real-life situations with more confidence. Visualization allows you to mentally practice success, so when the moment arrives, you're not reacting to fear or uncertainty. Instead, you're responding from a place of calm and clarity, knowing that you have already mentally prepared for what lies ahead. In essence, the power of visualization lies in its ability to align your mind, body, and actions with your goals. It's not about wishful thinking. It's about creating a mental and emotional connection to the success you desire. By visualizing success, you unlock the power to shape your reality, making your dreams not only possible, but inevitable.